video. This video is particularly for all of my friends who asked me to have a session on how to make my spring rolls, Vietnamese spring rolls, and come over. Now that we're in isolation, I can't have you over, so I might as well make a video for you to show you how to do this. To start off, the hardest part about Vietnamese spring rolls is the mise en place, getting all this cut up and ready to go, which I did already for you. And I want to start by saying the great thing about Vietnamese spring rolls is you can put anything you want in them. It's almost like taco night, but completely gluten-free. And it's one of my favorite go-to dinners because I can take leftover chicken and put it in there. I can use any kind of protein I want and pop it in there, or no protein at all. So today we have a variety of carrots, cucumbers, and avocados, a spicy chili pepper, spinach leaves, and then we have our aromatics, which is fresh mint, fresh coriander or cilantro, fresh purple basil, which is in season right now, and I also have my chicken. This is boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which I have my own marinade I use, and this is the easiest thing. I take red Thai curry paste, which you can buy at most Asian markets or even the grocery store. I mix that with equal parts, like 2 tablespoons of curry paste, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of cream, just enough to make it thick. And I coat the entire chicken, all the chicken pieces with that. And then I add in a little bit of coconut flour, which is my new fun gluten-free flour that I'm using to use for my Asian ingredients to thicken sauces and things like that. So I add the coconut flour in there, and it makes this nice kind of texture on the chicken. You see, it's coated and thick around it. And I just bake that chicken for about 20 minutes in the oven. And then I did that last night. Now it's ready to go, right, for Vietnamese spring rolls. And over here, I have bean noodles, which is a vermicelli bean noodle Asian. They were my favorite starches now to use, especially filler for my spring rolls and also for soups. So that I'm using here. You might see some of these things are particularly Asian specific ingredients, but I've been able to find them at many grocery stores all over the world, as well as Asian markets online. Nothing is too particular that you wouldn't find it in a big warehouse grocery store. All right, so to start off, one of the hardest things about this is rolling them. And I got some tips from my Vietnamese neighbor in Chicago, who I was struggling forever making these wraps stick and hold. And he came in and helped me out. Do you want to help me roll? Yeah. All right, pull up a chair. Welcome, Haley. So the first thing you do, I have warm water over here, and I dip and swirl. You know how to do this, don't you? We do this a lot. So we just turn it. Now, there's this great wheel that you can get at Vietnamese restaurants. Sometimes have it in the city. I found them in Chicago. I haven't been able to buy my own wheel for these things, but it's okay. One of the biggest tricks is to take it out before it's completely soft. And you'll see it still holds its shape really well. The amazing thing about these is that as it just soaks, the water soaks in, it just keeps on getting softer, so it'll be fine. So you want it sticky, but not so where it's falling apart. Put it on your tray. You're going to start with any of the hard, drier ingredients, right? Because one of the tricks is that if it's too wet, it'll just keep on sliming around, never hold, and never stick to it. So you need to have a good base of non-wet ingredients. So I'm going to take carrots, which are dry, cucumbers, which are wet, then next to those. Then I'm going to add my aromatics. Here's some mint, some coriander or cilantro, depending on where you're from, what I'm missing, some basil. Then I'm going to do a bunch of spinach here. Just put that in there. I don't like these little ends. And then I'm going to take my chicken and pile it on to 3 little chunks. Now I'm going to add my avocado slice, which is kind of wet at the top. And then lastly, I'm going to add these noodles. These noodles are dry. They dry out pretty quickly, so they stick really well to the rice. Now this looks like a big burrito. It's awesome. So then you're going to roll it like you would a burrito. One side over, then the other side over. And I'm going to curl this up as tight as possible I'm going to start rolling it even before. Roll, 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 roll. And roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Perfect. Little spring roll. And all tight. Now you can, I like to eat them just like this. You can slice it in half, make it a little bit prettier presentation. And we see all the good stuff inside. All right. But it wouldn't be good enough if I didn't give you the best recipe for a dipping sauce. Because you can't eat them by themselves. I mean, you can, but you can't. Okay. So my daughter loves these spring rolls, and she loves this kind of spring rolls night because she just gets to pick. I want carrots and noodles and cucumbers, and that's it. But I mean, how great! She's eating carrots, bean noodles, and cucumbers, and that's it. All right. So in my sauce, and this I've been scouring the world for a sauce that I like in recipes, and this is my favorite go-to sauce. And you'll see, I just kind of pour it just from sight, but what you want is basically a half a cup of soy sauce, depending on how much you want to make, and you almost want equal parts honey, which you might think is just horrendous. A little less, probably like just a little over a quarter of a cup or a third of a cup of honey. And what you can do with this is you can just play with it until you get what you like. I put spicy peppers usually in my rolls, so then I won't put spicy peppers in the sauce. So it just depends. Some we do, some we don't. All right, this is sesame oil, one of my favorite ingredients. I'm gonna put probably like 2 tablespoons of that in, and the same with rice vinegar. And then I take a bunch of sesame seeds, pour them on top. And last but not least, I'm going to use my microplane and grate a whole bunch of ginger. Right here. I love using a microplane for ginger. I find it to be really, really easy to use, and it gets the ginger fine, exactly how you want it. Ooh, that smells good. Just freshness of ginger, and along with just the rawness of the veg in this spring roll, it just seems so healthy. You feel so good eating it, and it fills you up. It's one of my favorite dinners. So I probably work this down about an inch and a half of ginger chunk. Woo! Unless I throw it all over the table, then I might have to go a little further. All right, I'm just going to whisk that up, and this sauce gives that freshness with the ginger, but a little bit of sweetness, and definitely the saltiness from the soy, and the nuttiness of the sesame oil. It just is a perfectly balanced sauce. The one thing you can do is you can add some of these spicy peppers in, and it'll just add a little bit of spice, or you can add some sriracha sauce in if you like it hotter. Because right now there's no heat in here. There's only heat inside the roll. All right, so here we go. Dip in, check it out. Delicious.